Why am I doing this? For the Moroccan Empire. For all of the children. For all of the youth. Uh, I personally am doing it for all the elderly. All the old heads, we call them. You getting up there, 60, 70, 80. Doing this for all of y'all as well. Um, oh, come on with it. Yeah. So this is what one of our judges in the Moorish American Consulate put together for me personally after my kidnapping. Now, I'm showing you some of the work so you know what we're doing as the Moorish American Consulate for all the children in the Republic. Moorish National Republic Federal Government Societas Republicae A. El Americanos. Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World. Northwest Amexem, Northwest Africa, North America, the North Gate, Temple of the Moon and Sun, the true and de jure natural peoples, heirs of the land. Islam. Oh, y'all about to get it. Yeah, baby. For the public record, on the public record, and let the public record show these declarations, baby. We're going to show you, the Moorish American Consulate will show you how to enforce the law and how to get anyone who is belligerent and won't adhere to it, how to get them to move as well. Osanyan Tabajet Bay, ex-relation Olandis Hobbs, a Moorish American national and consul of the Moorish American National Republic federal government, and Vizier Judge Shalamar Bey, Moorish American Consular General, and Vizier Judge Lightaj Rebe. This is from the expert research in the disciplined time of our consul. She found this for us. And she sent it to us. This is what they prepared for me. While all these children are acting like they don't know how to come together. Great Divine and Sacred Writ of Restitutio. Copies of the document from the Moorish American Consulate and Ecclesiastically Judicial American Governing Body, and all correspondence in this case, has also been forwarded to the U.S. Department of Justice, Attorney General Jefferson Sessions, the U.S. Provost Marshal, Major General David Glazer, the United Nations, the Governor of the State of Maryland, and the Port Deposit, Maryland Sheriff's Department. The Moorish National Republic Federal Government reserves the right to forward this and all related documents as we deem it pertinent and or necessary. Come on with it, baby. They sleep, man. We keep it up for y'all so y'all can read it along with us. Declaration of violations of constitutionally secured rights. Violations of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786, 1836. Violation of the United Nations Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. Violation of Pope Francis Motu Proprio of July 4th, 2014. Supreme Court stare decisis and res judicata. Criminal acts and demand for corporate commercial bond. Information of the following Maryland State Police Corporation persons. And then listen, the work that our consuls do. Woo, come on, baby. It's fire around here. Listen, we're naming living beings, not service corporations. David Glazer is a living being. William Edward Laurie is a living being, right? So we're putting the law on the consciousness of the living being, not the corpse. All right, so then y'all have that. To all of these people, these truths and these affidavits in this republic, in this federal government, and all the people are in one voice. Woo! Telling everybody the truth, baby. See that? This is the work the consuls did for me. While everybody talking about what was and wasn't. This is page 2 of 10. Come on with it. Yeah. To all principals and agents listed above and those notified, your agents with the Maryland State Police have unlawfully detained Islamic, Muslim, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Moorish American national Hussein Tabajet Bey, ex-relation Orlandus Hobbs, in propria persona, sub juris, a natural divine freehold of this land of America. Hussein Tabajet Bey and all Moorish American nationals do not consent to any of your commercial commercial transactions. We do not consent to any subrogation of my identity as stated. He and the Moorish American nation is now exercising all rights as the executors, creditors, claimants, and beneficiaries, and are declaiming that we, and Hussein Tabajet Bey are now enforcing constitutional right to the freedom and liberty of me. You and all trustees are fired, and you are to provide us and Hussein Tabajet Bey with full restitution as stated herein, along with the corporate and personal surety bond information of each corporate actor who is party to the May 18, 2018 at approximately 4:30 kidnapping and detainment of Moorish American national and Moorish American government consul Hussein Tabajet Bey. On this day, each corporate employee involved in this crime will be assessed on their corporate and their personal bond assets. Oh, but they don't want to talk about enforcing this constitutional law. What did Noble Drew Ali say? We need to get back into the constitutional fold of government. When we see every single person that has the mitigated gall to speak the prophet's name and profess to be doing their work, if they ain't enforcing the Constitution and the constitutional fold of government, you know they COINTEL. Oh, all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, baby, and judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding, the senators and representatives before mentioned and the members of the several state legislators and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. But no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Come on with it, baby. Got to get the work done. Now, y'all know, watching this YouTube video, we have those who have committed to relocation so that we can assist in building Moorish American Consulate Central Division. To all of you who have committed to relocating and are actively working with Moorish American Consulate Central Division, unconditional love I extend to you. Thank you for your service to our empire and the sacrifices you are making to see our babies better. Oh, come on with it. The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution, the laws of the United States and treaties made or which shall be made under their authority, to all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, to all cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction, to controversies to which the United States shall be a party, to controversies between two or more states, between a state and citizens of another state, between citizens of different states, between citizens of the same state claiming land under grants of different states, and between a state or the citizen thereof, and foreign state citizens or subjects. Oh, but I bet y'all didn't know that came from the Vienna Convention, though. In all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, and those in which a state shall be party, the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction. In all other cases before mentioned, the Supreme Court shall have appellate jurisdiction, both as to law and fact, with such exceptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. Constitution for the United States of America Republic, Amendment 13, Section 12. The traffic in slaves with Africa is hereby forever prohibited on pain of death, and the forfeiture of all the rights and properties of persons engaged therein. And the descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. The descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. You mean Moors? Oh, yeah. Why not? Because we're indigenous. Why do we need to be a citizen of a state when we're indigenous to the land? Oh, come on with it. The Treaty of Peace and Friendship, Article 20. If any of the citizens of the United States or any persons under their protection shall have any disputes with each other, the consul shall decide between the parties, and whenever the consul shall require any aid or assistance from our government to enforce his decision, it shall be immediately granted to them. When they say our government, whom are they speaking? When they say, whenever the consul shall require any aid, when our parents wrote this, or assistance from our government, when they say our government, to enforce his decision, it shall be immediately granted to him. Well, are they talking about the United States Service Corporation posing as government? Or are they talking about an already established government of mature, competent heirs of the land who are treating on behalf of the nation itself and the nationals and the people and the children therein? If a citizen of the United States should kill or wound a Moor, or on the contrary, if a Moor shall kill or wound a citizen of the United States, the law of the country shall take place, and equal justice shall be rendered, the consul assisting at the trial. And if any delinquent shall make his escape, the consul shall not be answerable for him in any manner whatsoever. The consuls of the United States of America shall reside in any seaport. Oh, that mean I'm finna get on the beach, baby. That mean the consuls finna be on the beach of our dominions, that they shall think proper, and they shall be respected and enjoy all the privileges which the consul of any other nation shall enjoy. And if any of the citizens of the United States shall contract any debts or engagements, the consul shall not be in any matter accountable for them, unless they shall give a promise in writing for the payment or fulfillment thereof, without which promise in writing no application to him for any redress shall be made. Oh, but they ain't reading the law, though. They ain't enforcing the law, though. The United Nations Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, Article 41. Personal inviolability of consular officers. Consular officers shall not be liable to arrest or detention pending trial, except in the case of a grave crime and pursuant to a decision by the competent judicial authority. Now, I've won my case by that alone. We, the Moorish American people, have won our case, this right here, this charge summary, this false identity, fraudulent per identification, failure to obey the law, driving and attempting failure to display license on command. With that right there, we've won the case. It's already been won. It's already been decided. Woo, cause of action. We're going to show y'all that. But before, we got to get to the juice. We got to get to that meat. Number 2. Come on with it, baby. Except in the case specified in paragraph 1 of this article, consular officers shall not be committed to prison or be liable to any form of restriction on their personal freedom, save in execution of a judicial decision of final effect. If criminal proceedings are instituted against a consular officer, he must appear before the competent authorities. Nevertheless, the proceedings shall be conducted with the respect due to him by reason of his official position, and, except in the case specified in paragraph 1 of this article, in a manner which will hamper the exercise of consular functions as little as possible. When I was driving to the House of Reawakening Minds so that I can get my consul commission to fulfill the role of consul, what just happened? Oh, in a manner which will hamper the exercise of consular functions as little as possible. When in the circumstance mentioned in paragraph 1 of this article, it has become necessary to detain a consular officer, the proceedings against him shall be instituted with the minimum of delay. Immediately. I don't care if it's the weekend or not, buddy. You a consul. You a Moorish American national. You are privileged to your unalienable rights. It's sad. We got to tell people, and we got to agree, the whole world has to agree, how to decently treat somebody. There's some things you need not all say. Like, it's not okay to have relations with an animal. That's something you ought not say. You shouldn't have to tell people that. So, to allow a person to freely travel and to freely exercise their free will, you gotta meet. A whole entire United Nations has to meet and say, hey, you people don't know how to live and treat people. So now our whole entire world has to tell you that this is how you do it. When you're privileged to that, United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, by way of being a Moorish American national, immediately, they shouldn't even be able to touch you. You should be immediately given to the consuls. Oh, the United Nations Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, Article 43, personal inviolability of consular officers continue. Number 1, consular officers and consular employees shall not be amendable to the jurisdiction of the judicial or administrative authorities of the receiving state in respect of acts performed in the exercise of consular functions. Oh, I wish y'all understand. I wish you had an understanding of the meaning of these texts, of these spells, of these words, the meaning of your creative power. Oh, let there be. Who said light wasn't before something told light to be? United States Supreme Court case law. Where rights secured by the Constitution are involved, there can be no rule making or legislation which would abrogate them. Miranda versus Arizona, 384 U.S. 436 125. As parties to this crime by the Maryland State Police Department and those listed above, you and your assigns are bound or have taken oath, a solemn oath, see Article VI, to uphold and support the Constitution for the United States of America public. Your refusal to release a Moorish American national from your unlawful colorable custody and submit a response to this affidavit would be construed to be further evidence of colorable acts in violation of constitutionally secured exercise of the rights of the American people. Such an action and imposition is a violation of your official oath of office. This can result in additional unlawful remedy actions filed against those violating officers under Title 18 and Title 42 in their official and private capacities. The law always gives a remedy for the people against color of law actions committed by those who violate their oaths of office, concluding to abridge the rights secured for the natural beings and the citizens. Whoa, come on with it, baby. What's the cause of action? Page 5. Stay with y'all. Y'all stay with me. We got to get through this. Our people need to read, and we need to know what's going on in our current world today. Oh, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, the foreign corporation of the Maryland State Police Department, has unlawfully detained Moorish American national, y'all see the name, against the Constitution for the United States, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1786-1836, against the United Nations Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, against the written works of Pope Francis Motu Proprio of July 4, 2014, Supreme Court stare decisis and res judicata, and against the ecclesiastical laws of Allah, Anu the Bull, and the Islamic Muslim law, which states that it is a sin to violate the constitutional right of a free national government. You are hereby notified that you have committed the following. Oh, come on, baby. Truth coming, baby. Yeah. Kidnapping, attempted denationalization, fraud, threat, duress and coercion, conspiracy, human trafficking, forced population, transfer, violation of Title 18, Chapter 43, Section 913, impersonating government officers, inducement to fraud, denial of due process, trial by a jury of my Moorish American national peers, Moorish American national and consul, me, has not waived any of his rights as an Aboriginal Indigenous Moorish American national. Also, there is no injured party who has filed a written and signed statement of injury as required under the rules of discovery in order to provide a proper defense. All charges made are evidence of human trafficking, as stated in the Constitution for the United States, Amendment 13, Section 12. No discovery has been filed. All ransom payments demanded by this foreign court venue are products of the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, which states that Federal Reserve notes to be issued through the Federal Reserve agents as hereinafter set forth, and no other purpose are hereby authorized. Moorish American nationals are not Federal Reserve agents. Therefore, Federal Reserve notes are not authorized for your purposes and do not serve as a form of legal money. Woo, baby. I love my consuls and my judges because they got truth in their heart and they exist in the 5 pillars of light. That's why I love my consuls, because if you don't exist in the 5 pillars of light, these revelations aren't coming to you because you're too busy in your own self. Ooh, come on with it though. When it's for the nation and for the family, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he wasn't saying I'm about to do this for myself so I get me some land and free my people. No. And yes, for the empire, for the entire nation, for all the children, not just the MSDAs, not just whatever corporate state that you founded by way of using these laws. We're talking about all these children. This document and all documents, all statements and declarations made by Moorish American nationals in all foreign court venues are to be placed into the public record, for the record, on the record, and let the record show. We and all Moorish American nationals declare that all foreign persons who are party to these unlawful actions against natural peoples of the land, who proceed contrary to the Constitution for the United States, or who have taken a privilege for a private foreign oath to Masonry or other secret societies, are hereby rejected as public servants, government officials, and trustees, and declare that you have no standing at law nor merit, being repugnant to the Constitution for the United States. We publicly rebut the presumption. And y'all see 5 page of 10. This was 20 minutes and going. The next section will be the other 5 pages. I love you, nationals. I love you, indigenous people. I love you, people, period. I know y'all love me, so I ain't gonna trip. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. See you in the next video.